All right, in this question we have a test of independence, as which we can tell by looking at part A. It says, does the sample evidence suggest that level of education and health are independent at the zero point 0.05 level of significance? So we have excellent, good, fair, and poor health, and we have not a high school graduate, some college, and bachelor's degree or higher. And we have this two-way table. All the data is here in a two-way table with two variables. So the null hypothesis will be independent and dependent because it's a test of independence. So the level of education and health are independent, and the alternative is level of education and health are dependent. And to find the test statistic and p-value, we use a very easy method of just plugging the data into a matrix and then doing the chi-squared test. So that's what we do, the chi-squared test. And yeah, it's pretty easy. So you need to know how to plug in a matrix. So you go to second, and then matrix right here, 3 buttons down, matrix, and then you pick and you go to edit and make sure that you have 4 rows and 4 columns. So up here you can change the rows and columns, and then once you get that, you go one by one and you just plug in the correct values. So we have all the correct values, 91, 97, 93. And then once you do that, you go to stat, test, chi-squared test, which is right there in the middle now, chi-squared test. You can pick your observed, and you don't need to pick the expected, actually. We put our values in the matrix A. So expected values, this is where we want them to go, so we're going to put them in matrix B. So we haven't calculated the expected values, the calculator does it for us. So we just click, there it is, the chi-squared value, chi-squared test statistic, 24.6620, p-value equals to 0.00342. Yeah, that's it. The degrees of freedom are 9 because it's 3 times 3. And k minus 1 times k minus 1. So 3 times 3. Since there's 4 rows, 4 minus 1 is 3. 4 columns, 4 minus 1 is 3. So yeah, if we need to see the expected values, they are put in matrix B. So we go to second, matrix, B, click B. It's probably better to edit it. Second, matrix, go to edit, and then click B so you can see all the values. So I do ask for the expected. So what are all these expected? 118.17, 73.83, and so forth. You can fill all those out. That's how you find those expected values. Alright, so this p-value and this test statistic, they're very significant. The p-value is low, so we're going to reject the null. Right? We get the 5% level of significance. Our p-value is below that. So if you were going to make the conclusion, you would reject the null hypothesis, and you would conclude that level of education and health are dependent. And that's it. That's your conclusion.